It's a laid back morning, but I can't say the same for my guest today. Welcome, Vijit Channa, and we are on to the next session of our video interviews for the Mid Amateur Tour of India. So, Vijit, thanks for taking time out.
Thank you for having me, Robin.
And a very pertinent question for golfers in the mid-am segment, because you are all corporate animals, if I can call you, and at the same time chasing your passion on the golf course. So how has the journey been for you?
So I think my journey for golf, essentially speaking, has been in two parts. I think there's a pre-COVID era and there's been a post-COVID era. And pre-COVID was a very corporate 9-to-5 job that I had. I worked with the company for about 18-19 years. And golf has been part of that from a very young age. Started off very young, walking my father. Then I went to a boarding school. I used to play maybe once a week. So I knew how to play golf, but I was never serious about golf. So the corporate job also was very similar. I would play once in a while, once in a month. And that kind of led to a change in about 2017 when I got away from that corporate job and I started something on my own in 2017 with my uncle, and we were riding that journey. In 2020, as we all know, COVID happened and life kind of changed, and what that gave me was essentially a lot of time where I felt that I could now get out of the house because I needed to. I'm the kind of person who can't sit at home. And the only thing available to me was golf. So started golf with a renewed enthusiasm, and that was in 2020. And since then there's been no turning back. It's been 3 years, and found time to play the kind of golf, the amount of golf of how much I had wanted to pre-COVID when I was in that corporate gig. So it's been great. It's things like I've missed out as a child or as a younger player. I've kind of redefined and never looked at myself as a mid-aged person. I feel still very young to put in the time, effort and energy that firstly I have on offering, and make the most of it. And I balance it off with my work, my family, and of course my renewed passion for golf.
So does your family, particularly your wife, share your renewed passion for golf?
Well, I have to say she's been very, very supportive. I think I first set a goal that I should play twice a week. This was in 2020, and I said I don't want to play. We all have to find balance in everything, right? So while she's never said no, even if I played 6 days a week, but you don't take things for granted, and family life is very important to me. If I had to define my pedestals in life, it would be family, then corporate, and then anything else. But I think now it's kind of changed to family, my passion, and then the corporate gig. So it's been very good. I play a lot of tournaments that I can, and when I need to play, I play. I have an 8-year-old daughter who I want to see growing up, and that's very important to me. So I mix it. I don't take it for granted. I try and balance it off. So I play in the mornings while she's in school. I come back by 1, so I'm available to do what I need to and be around for her. My wife's got a full-time job as well. So together we kind of we have one daughter, so we are a little bit more involved, hands-on. So it's been can't complain. I'm very thankful and grateful for the support.
Now that you're putting in a lot of time into golf, serious tournaments, also club tournaments, what is that one thing that drives you every time you tee off?
So what drives me is the lost time. So when I've now started playing golf, is what I would have liked to have done is what I'm bringing out now. And I think belief is something which has been reinstilled in me. I think when you start playing any sport, you play, you're a jack of all, right? But to become a master, then you need to have belief, and of course the effort has to be put in. I think there I want to thank a very dear friend of mine, Bikram, who we play regularly. He's a very good golfer. I look up to his golf game as a role model of how I want to play. He plays hard and he plays very competitive. That's also who I am. I'm not half as good as him, but I believe mentally I've improved a lot. And that is what has given me the confidence to put in the effort to try and get better. And I think in these 3 years, I can say for myself that there's a lot more belief, there's less intimidation, the fire is still there. In fact, even more, I want to play as much as I can within the scope of my geography and time and stuff, and I don't leave anything unturned. I'm very, very competitive. I think anybody you ask about Vijit but I play fair, I play hard. That's the drive that I get out. Lost time to try and reinvent now. We're all mid-40s, and I think that the hunger, the strength is only going to last you a certain while. So get out there and just try and be as competitive as you can with the younger guys and your own players in your own age group. So this reinvention has kind of...
No, it's not just on paper that, age is just a number. Yeah. It's how you condition yourself mentally. Yeah. But for you, a bad shot or a bad round, how do you react?
So with this extra effort in golf, I have to say rage on the golf course has kind of become 8 out of 10 if it was 2 out of 10, because I think expectations kind of arise in you when you put in so much effort. I've never taken lessons in my life. This year onwards, from January, I started taking lessons to get better. I work with Chirag. Once a month we meet. So I've gotten better, and because I put in so much effort and I try and simplify it, when you make those errors, it comes out in a very negative stage. You can never master the sport. No 2 days are ever going to be the same. So the rage part is at its highest. But what is good about me is when I leave the 18th green, I am a different person. I don't ever take it home. I leave it on the course. If I hit a bad shot, I do what I need to on that shot, but I move forward. So it's in those 4 hours, but after that, I won't sit back home and say, well, because I know, I mean, realistically, my handicap is what I am, right? I'm not a professional golfer, so, but that fun of those 4 hours is there. And then...
No, but then that also takes some doing, The moment you step off the 18th green, the mind is a clean slate. Yeah. A lot of people, believe me, still struggle to do that.
I think that journey has come from the age factor. I think as you evolve with age, you're better off. I mean, who I was at 20s, 30s, and now 40s, you grow with that, and you take experience into different aspects of life, whether it's sport, life, anything else, right? So that helps to manage it. And even now, when I say I've got rage, it depends who I'm playing with. If I'm playing with my boys and my own friends, of course I'll express a little bit more. If I'm playing a tournament, I'm not going to start throwing clubs and breaking clubs and stuff.
I was coming to that.
It's how you adapt. I mean, I'm not a raging, angry person generally. I'm actually a quite soft person as a person. But on the golf course, that rage is about myself and how I let myself down. And it's good to have expectation, because only then there's fire to kind of meet that. I love to play under pressure. I'm not half as good as I want to be, but I want to always try to improve. So I balance. I think I'm angry young man on the golf course with myself, but I don't let it out on anybody.
Everybody is a work in progress, but for you, 6 birdies in a round at DGC, and then you have a small but growing trophy cabinet at home.
Yes. So correct. My best birdie round was at the Qutub golf course, and again playing with my dear friend Bikram and another bestie Rahul. I had 6 birdies, and I think that for me was a very big high. Even though I shot I think 3 over through 18 holes with 6 birdies, but it meant a lot to me, and I was so excited that I got it tattooed on my back. 6 birdies. I think that was an achievement in itself. And yes, through the years, especially in the last 2-3 years, I played a lot of tournaments, some handicapped, some non-handicapped tournaments, and won a few. So I've got a little bit of a cabinet, which my daughter sees also, and she's also a young little sports enthusiast, and at 8 she's in school, athletics, swimming, and I've taught her golf. So she's got her own cabinet. So we keep counting. It's very, very small, but it keeps me happy, and I've given it some space in my office, and I like to see it every now and then and hopefully add to it.
Every beginning is small, but what we need to understand is that as we progress, it's going to grow.
Yes.
Thank you, Vijit, for taking time out, and wishing you many more.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been a pleasure. Thanks a lot.